Hello and welcome to another I Got It Used review, hosted by me, Dre Daly. I Got It Used reviews are brought to you exclusively by Breadbox Productions. Today we are going to be talking about the Toastmaster Bread Maker. This model is the Breadbox. It is exactly what you think it is. It is a bread machine. For those of you that are interested, Toastmaster Incorporated, Boonville, Montana, USA. This is model 1194. It is 120 volts, 430 watts AC. Here's the thing. Don't let that USA thing fool you. This is made in Chickadee, China, the Chinese chicken. Make some bread and then everything starts sticking. But that's what she is. We have a core selection up here. We can either do basic light, basic medium, basic dark. That's for all you basic bitches. And then we can do whole wheat light, whole wheat medium, French, sweet, or just make dough. If you want, let's say you wanted to make buns, dinner rolls, throw everything in here, make the dough, it'll rise and it'll knead it, and then you can just take it out and separate it the way you want and make your dinner rolls. We're going to be making some basic dill bread today. And you know what you need to make dill bread? Dill dough. We'll get started in 1 minute. We are gonna give this old girl a run for her money, and we're gonna try to make a batch of dill bread. It should be excellent. So, this was, I wanna say you can pick one up for roughly around $9 at pretty much any thrift shop, Savers, wherever you might go if you wanna try it out. It's great because you get to control what ingredients are put into the bread. This isn't about the recipe, so I already kind of put my stuff together. One thing that is inherent though is that the warm water and the yeast need to go in first, and you gotta let that sit. Now, when you are shopping for bread machines, if you look in here, I know it might be hard to see, it's really bright. There's a paddle in here. If this paddle is not in the bread machine you're looking at, don't get it because you need that, otherwise it's just gonna, as they say, sit and spin. It won't be kneading the dough the way you want it to. It won't mix anything actually. We're gonna let the yeast sit for a second. While we are, please note the window shade that we have here. It's really bright and superior. This was actually a prop from Hedwig and the Angry Inch, which was a musical produced by Breadbox Productions. If you missed it, sad, super sad. It was a great show. Rave reviews, rave reviews. We are now going to add in, you want to wait, you can see they're starting to bubble a little bit. They're doing their thing. We'll give them a quick minute. Then we're going to add the olive oil. It's, again, not about the recipe. But the nice thing is with this model, and I'm sure this is with almost all of them nowadays, the container actually comes out. So we're not struggling trying to get everything in here, even though it does open nice and wide. This is just much easier. That's closed, and we are going to get the dry mixture in. See, here's the part. I'm just gonna use my hands. I'm using my hands. If you ever come over to our house and you're gonna eat something, odds are we touched it. Hands were washed though. Pull it together, man. Just pull it together. That all goes in. You're going to want to wipe the edges off, otherwise it all falls in and it makes a big mess for cleanup. We're now going to add the dill weed. About that much. All right. Going to pop it in. Note, front here. So you want to make sure that's facing the right direction. Pop it in. A lot of beeps going on. Select. We're going to do basic bitch light. Push start. As you can hear, it's already starting to want to come take a look in here. That is our DIY dildo. and that will be turning into dill bread shortly. We'll meet you back here when it's ready, or maybe we'll try to catch it on a couple of its cycles. Very good. Here we are. Just take a quick peek. Hear that noise? It's not too bad, but with the Breadbox Toastmaster bread maker, you are going to experience these type of noises for the first hour and a half. Once it starts baking, those stop. This is only for the initial mixing and then the kneading after it rises. A little noisy though. The bread is done. It did a great job. 2.5 hours. One thing I didn't mention is it does have a nice long cord on it. Another thing that it has going for it, which a lot of the other ones don't, is that it is pretty square. So you can lay it down and set things on top of it. It does make for easier storage than, let's say, the wok or the dehydrator. This, when you take it out, is really hot, so do be careful. Now, there was one little issue, and this was not the bread machine, this was me. The yeast was not bread machine yeast. And yes, there is a difference. It all is about the amount of time it takes for it to do its business. But, as you can see, it turned out great. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get it out because it's pretty hot. Hey, there it is. Look at that, homemade bread. And all I did was dump the ingredients in, and, oh, this is like fishing something weird out. Dump the ingredients in and let it go. So, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'm gonna have to give the bread maker a 4. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's easy, pretty easy to store comparatively to some of the other kitchen robot devices. It's got a nice long cord on it, and you get wonderful bread. Look at the nice crust on it. It's nice and soft on the inside. That's gonna do it. I'm Dre Daly with I Got It Used Reviews, brought to you exclusively by Magic Box Productions.